The future of Frisco barbecue is now in your hands. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93. Town of Frisco wants your thoughts on the future of the Colorado Barbecue Challenge and whether the 28-year-old festival is still a good fit. Frisco today released a community survey with questions like what events you enjoy and if you enjoy the timing, scope, and scale of the festival. Find it online now at friscobbq.com. This year's challenge was canceled back in March. One lucky local just won $4,000 in the annual Lake Dillon Ice Melt contest. The ice device was retrieved yesterday after falling into the lake at 5:08 p.m. on Tuesday, May 11th. The winner guessed 5:17 and 17 seconds. The Rotary Club will announce the name in coming days. Longtime Breck local Joel Richards was in the right place at the right time last fall when a cyclist collapsed of a heart attack.
My first thing in my head, somebody needs to take action. Okay, it's going to be me.
Joel admits he was nervous and even doubted his CPR skills.
I didn't really know what had happened or what come of him, but I get a call from his friend saying, yeah, he's walking out of the hospital tomorrow and, he's in rough shape. He cracked his ribs, and I was like, oh man, I did something wrong. And then it's like, no, that's how you're supposed to do it. If you do it right, you crack the rib.
Local nonprofit Starting Hearts gives intro-level training courses on CPR and AEDs, giving bystanders the skills they need to be heroes.
It's very important to get that bystander intervention, to get normal people, like you and me, on scene and doing chest compressions and using a defib if it's around while EMS is on the way.
Sign up now for a local Starting Hearts course at startinghearts.org. This week on the State of Summit.
It used to be a very, very controversial issue, workforce housing in Vail, and that was until they had a crisis. And the crisis triggered a community response, and the crisis was that Sweet Basil's was not going to be open for lunch.
That was Lori Best with Town of Breckenridge, explaining the straw that broke the camel's back when Vail was facing a workforce housing shortage. Councilwoman Kelly Owens supports a controversial cap on short-term rentals to protect the local housing pipeline.
Those houses where people used to sort of progress from a duplex or a triplex into the Wellington neighborhood, and then eventually they'd move out of the Wellington neighborhood, that upper middle class is really struggling to get out of workforce housing.
Councilman Jeff Bergeron also supports a rental cap and wants to model Breck's housing department after the sprawling department in Aspen.
I think the housing department needs more staffing to oversee all these various configurations of the impacts and also the quest for long-term housing.
Council and staff agree expanding the town's buyback program is a good quick fix right now before housing threatens lunch at your favorite restaurant. Tune in again next Wednesday for the State of Summit on Krystal 93. A friendly reminder that your backyard fire pit needs a permit, no exceptions. Permits are renewed annually for free through the fire departments. Your pit must be contained with a fire screen and nearby extinguisher or water source. It cannot be larger than 3 feet wide. Call the fire departments for permitting. In sports, the Rockies are playing the Padres right now. Tonight, the Avalanche face the Blues in Game 3 of the postseason at 8:30. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency. Yesterday was opening day of the Vail Whitewater Race Series on the Gore Creek, where Jeremiah Williams and Trinity Wall won the sup races. Natalia Gray and Derek Dreyer won the kayak titles, and the team of Cole Bangert and John Aniceto took the R2 race. That series continues next Tuesday, May 25th. Phil Lindemann with your news from Avalanche Physical Therapy on Krystal 93.